Welcome, Girish.
Thanks, Pranav.
We're going to discuss currency futures in this video.
Yeah, we did the important terms of the contract.
Yes.
And there we had discussed the tick size, which we are going to discuss in detail in this.
Tick size we had discussed earlier. We are going to do that in detail in this video.
Yes.
Okay.
And currency futures, three most important things are that it is a standardized contract.
Right.
Since we have said that it is a derivative instrument, and as such
it's an exchange trade instrument, therefore it is a standardized product.
Yes. And being a derivative instrument, it derives its value from the underlying,
which is the exchange rate.
In this case, is the exchange rate.
Right.
All right. So don't be confused between the underlying. It is not the foreign currency, but it is the exchange rate.
Absolutely.
Both these concepts are a little bit different, right?
Right.
Currency futures can be cash settled or by fulfilling the respective obligation.
Okay.
In our case, it is specifically cash settlement. There is no fulfilling the respective obligation.
Right. So in currency futures, you're looking at cash settlement as the major thing, and that's what NISM is also testing.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the tick size.
Tick size. So we have already defined that tick refers to the minimum price differential at which traders are able to enter bids and offers.
Minimum increment or decrement at which
traders are able to enter bids and offers. Basically, it is the differential amount which
can enter into bid offers.
Yeah.
Bid offers. Yes.
You want to explain in simple language. For example, you take a security which is trading in a stock market.
Okay.
So when it is trading at say 100 rupees,
right,
it moves by, say, if the tick size is 10 paise, it moves 100.10,
right,
or it is 99.99,
right,
90, sorry.
Right.
All right. So in case of our currency futures, the minimum tick size is 0.25 paisa or 0.0025 rupees.
As we discussed in our previous video.
Yes.
That is the minimum increment or decrement which can happen in a contract.
Okay.
So
for example, a USD INR contract is trading at 47.5025.
Right.
An uptick
would be 47.5050.
Yes. And a downtick would be
47.5000.
This I am talking about a minimum increment of one tick. Now price can move in several multiples of ticks. Right. It can move like say 10 ticks in a single minute, and likewise. But the multiple should be 0.0025.
I think what is important to learn from here is that if it's like 47.5025,
right, it
cannot be 47.5035. That is the important thing to learn from here.
Yes. It can only move within the multiples of
25 paisa.
0.25 paisa.
0.25 paisa. So it's 47.5025, 47.5050, 47.5000.
Yeah.
If it's a decrement.
Yeah.
I think that is what is the most important thing. Please remember 0.025 paisa or 0.0025 rupees. Yeah.
So let's have a look at the illustration.
Yeah.
So for example, a currency trader buys a USD INR currency futures contract at 42.2525 US 1000 being the value of each contract. We have already
specified that is the
specification minimum. Now look at the following two scenarios. In case of uptick, the general price moves from
0.2525 to 0.2550. Yeah.
And in case of a downtick, the price moves from 2525 to
2.2500. Yes.
Right.
So this is again the tick movement that we are trying to explain in this.
This is how in practical the currency future market operates.
So if you have to calculate a profit or loss on a future contract, you just have to multiply it by USD 1000.
Yes.
That is how it will work.
Yeah. The increase or decrease in tick, the tick movement basically into your contract size.
Right. So your tick movement into contract size.
So if there is a movement of one tick on a contract, on a single contract, what would be the final price in terms of rupees on a contract?
You will have to repeat this again. So what you're saying is that if there is one
movement of one tick,
which means that the movement is of 0.0025 either way.
Right.
Yeah.
On one contract. So what is the final value in terms of rupees?
So in terms of rupees, so it will be 1000 will be the USD
Yeah.
into 0.0025, which
is
equals to
equivalent to 2.5 rupees.
2.5 rupees.
Yes. So this is in terms of rupees. 2.5 rupees is the
Either
minimum. Either way, either it will move up by 2.5 rupees or in multiple of 2.5 rupees.
So
right?
it will move. So this
So
is
there
this
is
is for
a
one
movement
tick.
of say 4 tick.
Right.
So
So
you
this will
gain
be
either 10
2.5
rupees.
into 4, which is 10 rupees.
You
Either way.
Yeah, you can either gain 10 rupees or lose 10 rupees depending upon the position you have taken in the contract.
Absolutely. So this is again very important. A movement of one tick is 0.0025 either way. If to calculate its implication on rupee, this is what we've done. Implication on rupee.
Right.
Then what we are doing is that we are saying that
Per contract you are either gaining 2.5 rupees
Yeah.
or losing
So
2.5
we saw the
rupees per
contract,
day.
we multiplied it by this, and we got that 2.5 rupees is the implication on rupee either way.
Yeah.
So per contract, either you earn 2.5 rupees or you lose 2.5 rupees. Simple.
Per
Yeah.
tick.
Yeah.
So you can move back to the slide.
This is again, I'll just write per tick. Actually, this is what we're discussing. Okay. Let's go back. I think this is what we've just explained. That 2.5 rupees is how, and now it will be very clear how a person can either gain 2.5 rupees or lose 2.5 rupees
Yes.
per tick. Absolutely.
So the value of one tick is 2.5 rupees in case of USD INR contract.
Absolutely.
The important conclusion from this is that if you have bought one USD INR contract and the tick moves upward, you get 2.5 rupees, and if tick moves down, you lose 2.5 rupees.
Absolutely.
Depending upon, I have already specified on this that depending upon your position in the contract.
Right.
So for example, if you have short one USD INR contract,
Mhm.
which means you are selling dollars
Mhm.
and the tick moves upward,
Hmm.
you lose 2.5 rupees.
Let's do this on a notepad.
Okay.
Easily. What you're saying is now there's a USD INR
Standard contract.
INR standard contract, right?
So either you can buy this contract, or buying means you are buying the base currency.
So let me just write this down. Buying this contract, which means you're buying
base
the
currency.
base currency, which means you're buying the USD
Mhm.
in our case, or you're going long, right?
Right, absolutely right.
Or you could be selling,
Selling this
the
contract,
contract, which would
shorting
mean
the contract,
which means you are buying the term currency,
buying the term currency, or basically you are selling the base
or
currency.
selling the base, which means in our case USD you are
Short.
selling, and we also call it
A short,
short.
position.
Right. So I think this will also help in understanding what we are saying.
Yeah.
Now you said something on the
So in our first case, if you are buying USD, an uptick would definitely give you an advantage. It will be in a gaining position, and in the
USD
second,
buy uptick would mean that it has gone up by 0.0025
Mhm.
rupee.
and you have gained.
So you naturally have gained.
Vice versa, if you have short USD,
In the case of short
Short.
USD, naturally uptick. Short USD uptick
you lose in
Would-
this case.
would mean you're losing on your.
So in a nutshell, when you are calculating the profit and loss, it does not mean that an uptick would always mean a profit. It depends upon the position you are taking in that
Right. So
contract.
I mean, an uptick again. You have to see it from your base currency.
Yeah.
If your
Basically
base
the
currency is
position.
something that you bought, then uptick would mean that it's going up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because it's always in the denominator, if you've short that position, an uptick would naturally mean that you're losing on that position, because there'll always be an inverse proportionality.
Yeah.
Because it's always, as you can remember, it's the USD is always in the base.
Base.
So uptick, it's an inverse thing. So just try and remember this.
Yeah.
So if you're buying this would mean that it's helping. If you're selling, that means you're always losing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So this is very important from exam point of view, because you can get some confusing questions on that. So if your concepts are clear on that, you can easily calculate the profit loss on contract. So it is number of contract into movement of ticks depending upon the position you have taken.
Right.
In the
So
contract.
and let me just put this also depending upon position
Contract position.
that you've taken. on the contract. Perfect. So let's just look at the thing, pricing of currency futures. I guess what we should do is we should end this video here and take pricing of currency futures in the next video.
Pricing is something which is very important, and we have to dedicate an entire
let's do it in the next video.
Sure.
Thanks, Girish.
Okay, brother.